Namaste. As part of given theme for this year World Space Week celebrations, I am briefing on space propulsion sustainability and advances. Propellant is the driving energy for the transportation. It consists of both fuel and oxidizer in a single system and is different from other energy sources for transportation on road, water and in air. Based on the application by different space agencies throughout the world, it was broadly divided into two categories, that is for launch vehicle and for spacecraft. For launch vehicles, commonly known as rockets, a large quantity of propellant is essential to generate very high thrust to lift off and travel in space up to the defined range and altitude with required injection velocity in proposed orbit. To achieve these parameters for different stages of launch vehicle, variety of propellants with varied specific impulse and in hundreds of tons of propellants are utilized. Currently, all the rocket motors or engines are employing chemical propulsion only, and these are classified into several types based on physical state. That is solid propellant, earth storable liquid propellant, semi-cryopropellant and cryopropellant. Generally for lift-off and travel where huge thrust is required for booster motors, solid and liquid or semi-cryopropellants are used. For upper stages, semi-cryo and cryopropellants are used. Solid propellant consists of powdered metallic fuel and a crystalline oxidizer packed in elastomer rubber matrix derived from carboxy terminated polybutadiene, so PBIN, HTPB, polymeric binders. A mixture of all these are cast in a motor case where it undergoes combustion and produces low molecular weight gases with a lot of kinetic energy. Its ISP ranges from 250 to 270 seconds. In liquid or cryopropellant stages, both fuel and oxidizer in liquid state is filled into two separate tanks and gets pumped into combustion engine to produce hot gases. For this purpose, a liquid hydrocarbons, a liquid hydrogen, hydrogen derivatives are used as fuels, and liquid oxygen, dinitrogen tetroxide are used as oxidizers. ISP of these oxidizers are in the order of 350 to 450 seconds. Whereas for spacecraft, orbit raising and maneuvering throughout its service life of 5 to 10 years, normally mono or bipropellant in liquid state is used. These are filled in tens of kgs as the thrust requirement is very nominal and on need only. All these are chemicals of different nature and have their own associated hazards with respect to fire, explosion, health and environment. Further, many of these are synthetic materials and required in very large quantities to meet the more number of heavy launches of all space agencies. Moreover, in the recent past, the demand is increasing in many folds to place higher number of satellites into low Earth or geostationary orbit, serving for different purposes. Presently, for few materials, there are one or two suppliers only and few are getting from foreign. Hence, to avoid the single point failure, importing and also to meet the future demands of ISRO and other private agencies under IN-SPACE, some more sources are to be identified with Make in India concept. As a part of self-reliance in propellants area, ISRO itself is producing solid motors and liquid engines with the support of some industrial partners. The sustainability in space propulsion can be achieved by employing high energy density materials which can be derived from natural renewable sources or synthesized with minimum process steps. Hence, good amount of research and development is happening across the globe in many space research organizations and industrial and institutional R&D centers. Hope in coming years these will play important role. Alternate energy sources like electric ion, electromagnetic, plasma, thermonuclear and nuclear fission are already in forward path with advancement and merits. For spacecrafts, these can be used in near future, and for launch vehicles utility, some more critical studies are under progress. Wish these will come into application at the earliest with current generation scientific ideas and technology advancement.